Hey everyone, welcome to today's workshop. We're really excited to have you here. Today we're going to talk about leadership, what it truly means, and how it shows up in our everyday lives, even when we don't realize it.
Before we jump into learning, let's start with a question to get everyone thinking. Take a moment and think about someone you look up to. This could be someone in your family, at school, or even someone you know from sports or music. Why do you look up to this person? What do they do that makes them special to you?
The people you just thought of are important because it shows us what leadership looks like in real life. Some leaders are loud and confident, while others are quiet and kind. Leadership doesn't look the same for everyone, but that's a good thing.
So what exactly is leadership? Leadership is not just about being in charge or telling people what to do. Leadership is about taking responsibility, helping others, and making choices that positively affect the people around you.
A leader notices when something needs to be done and steps up to help, even if no one asks them to.
Leadership is also about how we treat others. A good leader supports others' ideas and makes sure everyone feels included. Leaders think carefully about how their words and actions can affect others.
At its core, leadership is about respect, empathy, and care.
Now let's look at a real-world example of leadership and how one person's actions can create real change.
Malala Yousafzai is a Pakistani activist for women's education. When Malala was young, she believed that girls should have the same right to education as everyone else. Even when it was dangerous, she chose to speak up for what she believed was right.
Malala showed courage, resilience, and passion. She used her voice to bring attention to an important issue and helped millions of people around the world understand why education matters.
Malala's story teaches us something very important. You do not need to be famous or powerful to be a leader. Leadership starts with believing in what is right and taking action, even in small ways. Remember, quiet leadership makes a loud impact.
Everyday leadership happens in small moments. It happens at school, at home, and with your friends. You show leadership when you help someone who is struggling or when you include someone who feels left out.
These small actions may seem simple, but they can make a big difference in how others feel and how a group works together.
Leadership is not about being perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Leadership is about trying to do the right thing, learning from your mistakes, and continuing to grow. When you lead with kindness and responsibility, others are more likely to follow your example.
Leadership is something you can grow over time by taking action. Let's take a look at how you can become a better leader.
Today, leadership can look like holding the door open for someone, or inviting a classmate to join your game at recess. In a week, leadership could mean organizing a small study group to help your classmates prepare for a test, or checking in on someone who seems stressed. In a month, leadership might look like planning a class project that supports a local charity or organizing a school initiative that helps others.
Leadership is also important when it comes to protecting our planet. The choices we make every day can help fight climate change and promote sustainability.
Simple actions like cleaning up after yourself, reducing waste, or teaching people how to care for the environment. These are all examples of leadership. When many people take small actions, it helps create big change.
Leadership does not stop at school. It also exists in workplaces and businesses.
At companies like Lululemon, McDonald's, Google, and Tesla, there are teams that help support employees and make sure everyone is treated fairly.
That team is called Human Resources, or often referred to as HR.
Human Resources is the team in a company that takes care of people who work there. Their goal is to make sure employees feel supported, respected, and treated fairly.
HR plays an important leadership role by modeling ethical, inclusive, and respectful behavior. They help create a workplace where people feel safe, valued, and motivated to do their best work.
Now let's put everything we learned into practice. Imagine you are a team leader at a company. One of your teammates feels left out and unsupported, and the team is not working well together. By yourself or with a partner, think about what you would do as a leader to support your teammate and improve teamwork.
As well, think about this question. Why is leadership important for creating a fair, positive, and successful environment?
Now let's talk about some possible solutions. As a leader, I would first talk to my teammate privately and listen to how they're feeling. I would make sure they feel supported and then find ways to include them more in team discussions and activities.
To improve teamwork, I would encourage open communication. Make sure everyone has a role and create opportunities for the team to work together and support one another.
Leadership is important because it helps create a fair and positive environment where everyone feels respected and valued. When people feel supported, they work better together, feel more motivated, and are more likely to succeed as a team.
Today we learned that leadership isn't about having power or a title. Leadership is about taking initiative, supporting others, and making choices that create a positive change. Every small action matters, and every one of you has the ability to be a leader in your own way.
As you leave this workshop, remember this: leadership starts with you. When you choose kindness, teamwork, and responsibility, you are already making a difference and encouraging this behavior in those around you.
Now it's time for your January Learning Challenge. You're going to become a designer, creator, and leader.
The world is facing big challenges. Pollution is rising, communities are struggling, and inequality still exists. But there is hope, because leaders like you can help shape a better future for this world.
First, choose an SDG that matters to you, such as climate action, gender equality, or zero hunger. Next, design a superhero whose powers, mission, and leadership style help solve that global issue. You will use the guiding questions to build your character and explain how leadership can create change.
First, pick a superhero name. Make it creative and connected to your SDG, like Captain Clean Water or Solar Flare. Next, choose the SDG that they protect. Write the full name of the SDG and explain it in your own words. Next, write their mission. What problem are they trying to solve, and why do they care? Then, discuss leadership traits. Choose 3 traits such as bravery, kindness, or intelligence. Explain how your superhero shows each trait in 3 to 4 sentences. Next, discuss superpowers. These should be metaphors for leadership skills. For example, empathy vision means understanding others, or unity beam means bringing people together. Next, discuss their weaknesses. Every leader struggles. Think about challenges like burnout, self-doubt, or learning how to ask for help. Now, draw your superhero. Design their supersuit and overall look. You can draw it on paper and paste a photo into the template, or you can design it online as well. Finally, answer this question in 1 to 2 sentences. Why is leadership important when solving global issues?
Your learning challenge will be evaluated based on creativity, critical thinking, detail, and presentation. The Enspire program team will review all submissions and announce prize winners.
Once you have completed your learning challenge, there are a few different ways that you can submit your challenge. Please email your template as a PPT or PDF to your teacher using this file name convention: teacher name _ student name or names _ WKSP4. Or you can also use the Enspire website to submit using our Google form or alternatively our Microsoft form. Please ensure that your Google or PowerPoint slides are set to anyone with the link can view. If you have any questions, please feel free to let your teacher know and they can forward it to us.